All right, let's face it, there is no way to keep your kids from eating too much candy this weekend, but that doesn't mean that it has to affect their teeth. Here with some pre-Halloween cavity prevention tips, please welcome from Dynomite Smiles, Dr. Raven Henderson and Brittany Roberts. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you.
Great to have you. I want to start with you. At Dynomite, it's really all about the kids' smiles and making sure that they feel comfortable about the kids.
Absolutely.
Why so? I mean, what really prompted you to be more focused on kids?
Well, I think they're just more fun to work with, and it's really rewarding when a child comes into the office and they're a little bit nervous, a little bit timid, kind of anxious, and we turn them around and they're a wonderful patient afterwards.
And Brittany, let's bring this in. I should mention actually that you two are sisters.
Oh, yes.
In making sure that the first experience is a positive one, I mean, that's really where you come in, because you're the first person they see.
Absolutely. I try to let the parents know that we're going to take great care of them and that their kids are in good hands. They come in and they can play on the slide, and late at night they can hang out and then put their feet up and watch TV. It's really wonderful, truly.
That's so nice. See, that doesn't sound so bad, because it's rough even getting parents, I mean adults, to actually visit a dentist on a regular basis, let alone kids.
Absolutely.
So before we get into Halloween, I want to talk about how early should we get our kids seeing a dentist?
Yes, the ADA recommends that age 1 is the time for the first visit.
Wow.
First visit by first birthday or first tooth.
Really? And then how soon after are we doing this? Once a year, 6 months?
Every 6 months.
Even for the little ones?
Yes, even for the little ones.
What are some of the habits that you're seeing that kids need to break away from, Brittany? Because I'm sure, again, she's the first one they see coming right in.
Well, I see that they are chewing on lots of sticky candy, which is terrible for their teeth, which is why we will be talking about the sealants. And that's really the most thing, and drinking a lot of juice and soda, a lot of sugar.
Yes, yes. If parents want to give their children juice, they really should dilute it.
Yeah.
Really dilute it. Good to know. What are some of the other helpful tips, I should say, because you're always saying that, candy's not necessarily a bad thing for us. We just want to do it in moderation, right?
Absolutely, yes. And if you want to take an indulgence, then that's fine. Just make sure that you're brushing and flossing afterwards.
All right, let's talk about some of these really helpful tips that you sent us, and I really love this first one. Eat candy all at once.
That's right.
Why?
Well, let me explain first how a cavity is
She's
formed.
like, wait.
Yes, there are 3 key ingredients. The first one is bacteria. Now, we all have bacteria in our mouths. There's no way to get around that. And the second ingredient is teeth. Most of us have teeth or own tooth.
Okay, if not, you want to come see Dr. Henderson, just in case some of you are missing teeth, okay?
Yeah. And then the third ingredient is food. So when we chew food in our mouths, the pH in our mouths drops. And that causes a more acidic environment. And bacteria love to thrive in an acidic environment. All right? And
so you want us to eat it, though, all at once?
All at once, because the less times you cause your mouth to have that drop in pH in that acidic environment, the less chance you are to get a cavity.
All right.
And likewise, the more times you eat and the more times that pH drops, the more chance you are to get a cavity.
Dr. Henderson, talk about this sticky candy. You say avoid sticky, chewy candy, and we all love Sour Patches.
Yes, we do. Try to avoid that, especially this kind. The little fish kind, that really sticks to dental work, and it can possibly pull off crowns that people may have. And also, the sticky chewy candy sticks to the grooves of the teeth, which we'll show you in our video shortly.
And you say brush and floss after eating candy all the time. That's just rule of thumb.
Yes, I would say so.
Even the little ones?
Even the little ones, yes. Now, they can't do it on their own. They do need help from their parents, and that's one of the things that we explain to parents when they come in to their first visit.
All right, now, Brittany, this is where you come in. Share with us this pumpkin story.
Oh, yes. One of our patients' parents, they actually let us know that about Charlie Brown's The Great Pumpkin. And the premise behind The Great Pumpkin is that he is a cousin of Santa Claus. Now, what you're supposed to tell your children is give as much candy to this pumpkin as possible, and he'll get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then you can, the more candy you give to the pumpkin, the better the gift that you give your child. And this is what we try to tell our parents to tell their children, the younger ones.
You see, she said the younger ones. I like that. Say, tell that to me. I would not buy it. Let's talk about sealants, because I love this idea. You're actually going to show us what you mean when you're talking about sealants. So we've got a demonstration for folks. Let's set this up, though. What is sealant? What is that?
A sealant is a covering that goes over the chewing portion of the tooth.
Okay.
And it's mostly on the molars in the back, or the premolars, the side teeth, the teeth that have the most grooves in it. And it just fills in the grooves. So when we're eating food and that sticky, chewy candy is in the back, the sealant kind of coats the grooves and the food just slides right off.
Oh, good to know. And just so everybody at home knows, Brittany is right now chewing on what kind of candy?
It's a Snickers.
Oh, my favorite. Okay, so she's and you're going to actually show us why that's not so great.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
right now the
what are we
video
gonna
is
see?
just showing. We're preparing the tooth for the sealant. This is an etchant that's going on the tooth. And right now we're just waiting 20 seconds for that to work. Now our teeth have pores in them, little holes, and so this etchant is just opening up the holes.
Oh.
Yes, and now you're seeing this is our little vacuum suction, and we're rinsing all the etchant off. And soon thereafter, you'll see that we're blowing air on the tooth just to dry it. And this is a simple procedure that we do on kids. We usually start at age 6 when they start to get their permanent molars in the back.
Let's see Brittany's mouth.
Okay.
Open wide, Brittany.
Here we go.
Now she has sealants on one half, Dr. Henderson?
She has a sealant on one tooth, and the teeth around it do not have a sealant.
Okay.
So let me just bring this up.
Okay. All right. How are you feeling over there, Brittany? You
Get
okay?
ready to open
I'm
wide.
nervous about this.
Okay, now she has eaten the Snickers, and can we all see it pretty well?
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
now in the back, you can see a lot of food back there on that tooth. That does not have a sealant on it, but the tooth right in front has the
Yes.
sealant, that white coating that you see.
Yeah.
You can see there's no food on it. Now, let me bring it to the tooth right in front of there. You can see a little bit of food on that tooth. So what happens is the sealant just lets the food slide right off of the tooth.
So again, parents, the takeaway here is again that eat all of your candy at one time. Dr. Henderson's saying that you don't have to eat candy. You can eat it, but all in moderation.
Yes, absolutely.
And there's no reason to be afraid to bring your kids to the dentist.
No, absolutely not.
All right, good to know. Let's put the information on the screen. You can always check them out at dynomitesmiles.com or just